So I think that's how you know it's a really good video game, when you wake up in the morning and you haven't even had coffee yet, and it's like you just want to turn on all the machines and like sit down and start playing. Um, it's like 4:15 in the morning, and I was sitting here kind of in bed with the lights off, going through my phone, answering comments on YouTube, and it just inspired me to come. I want to make this video, which doesn't really have anything to do with like the game per se, but um, more along the lines of, it's been incredibly rewarding on a personal level to see all of the people having fun playing this game, despite all of the rage bait and the naysayers and like the people who are so intent on demanding that you hate the game like them, demanding that you dislike it. Um, I've seen, I think it's like half a dozen people now, um, who are rage playing Dragon Age Origins. They're like rage playing Dragon Age Origins right now in protest of Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is what this game should have been. Oh man, I kind of feel like uh, I've talked about this in the past with I did a project for a client years ago, um, on the Industrial Revolution in England, and specifically we had an essay, a series of essays that were done on the Industrial Revolution, and one of the articles I remember was the impact of the threshing machine and the reaction of the workers when it came out. So essentially, back in the day, um, when they went to go harvest a wheat field, they had workers who would come in, manual laborers who would come in, and they would cut the wheat by hand, and then they would thresh the wheat by hand. Threshing is the process of separating the wheat from the chaff, and taking the stalk and threshing it to get the seeds off, to get the grain out. And that process had always been a manual process. But along came the Industrial Revolution, and with that came innovation and the steam engine. And the steam engine led to a threshing machine, which was a machine that could thresh the wheat. And it could do it, I don't remember how many times faster, let's just say 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, it doesn't matter. It did it faster, more efficiently than a human being could do. And it did it with the power of steam. So the long-term cost of labor for the owner of the farm went down dramatically, because he could produce the wheat at a much quicker pace and a much more effective pace. And as a result, the farmer no longer needed to hire vast teams of workers to thresh the wheat. Instead, he could buy this machine. And there were parts of England where the workers rose up in rebellion against the threshing machine, in rebellion against innovation, and went out and would burn wheat fields and burn down the buildings and try to destroy and burn the machines in protest of human innovation, in protest of this machine. And I am reminded of that when I wake up in the morning and I see people rage playing Dragon Age Origins, because Dragon Age the Veilguard, yeah. Meanwhile, here I am, and here all of you are, who are having fun playing the game. Last night's post, before I went to bed, the one that got posted on to everyone who loves the game, The commentary on that post has been absolutely amazing to see all of you out there who are having a great time with this game. Um, it's okay to have things that you don't like about it. Um, it's okay to look back fondly on Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 and said, these are the things I really loved about those games. Nothing wrong with that. It's okay to dislike this game. 100% it's okay to dislike it. Um, it's the vitriol and the hatred that has made this a thing where someone left a comment yesterday that said it's been really, I'm paraphrasing here, but they said it's been extremely difficult to cut through the hatred around this game and play it because everyone wants to tell me that I'm a horrible person. Everyone wants to tell me that I'm an idiot. Everyone wants to shit all over me because I'm playing something that I think is fun and they don't like. And I responded to that person, it is, but the end result is incredibly worth your time because video games are personal. Just like reading a book or listening to, an album, watching a film or a TV series, the connection that you have to something is personal. And many of us, myself included, are having an incredible time and feeling a deep personal connection with this game. Like I said the other day in my review, for me, this is the best Dragon Age game I've ever played. It beats Dragon Age Origins by leaps and bounds. Some of that is just because I prefer modernity. I like newer games. I like the evolution of BioWare as a company. I'm not stuck in the past. Do I think that Dragon Age Origins did some things better? Sure. There are definitely things I think that Dragon Age Origins did better. There are also things that I think The Witcher 3 did better. There are also things that I think Wing Commander 3 did better. Um, but it's a lesson in futility to always be comparing this thing to the other thing and trying to say, oh, that's better. This is never going to be as good. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. We were talking about this yesterday with the the Baldur's Gate 3 thing and how you can't look at if you're constantly comparing this, everything you do to that other thing, constantly railing against the way things used to be, you're stuck in the past. And that's not, in terms of evolving with humanity and in terms of evolving as a human being, no one wants to remain stuck in the past. Being stuck in the past is not a good thing because innovation only happens when we push forward and create new things and use the examples of the past to mold the future, to inspire us to do the next evolution of things yet to come. And that's what I look forward to every year when we get into these discussions around what's the game of the year this year going to be. We could look back to the past and say Witcher 3 was game of the year for a long, was the big one that everyone looked at for a long time. Baldur's Gate 3 was the one that people are going to be looking at for a long time as these examples of really good game of the year games. But there are also games like this, which for me personally is my game of the year for 2024. And the reason it's my game of the year for 2024 is because it moves forward without remaining stuck in the past. The culmination of the Soulless storyline was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I took the good ending for my first playthrough. Not a perfect ending, because to get to the good ending, I had some stuff that happened that I am resolved to fix in my second playthrough. But I also know that my second playthrough is taking a completely different ending with Solus, um, because I need to see it through. I need to see that different ending for my own personal justice. And I think that that's what every good game of the year does. It inspires you to want to play again and again and again. So for me, this is definitely my game of the year. I think that it's great to look back to Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition as the foundation layers that led us to where we are for this game. Um, but I think it's also important to always be looking forward, and I can't wait to see what's going to be the game of the year for next year. What's going to be the game that stands out to me in 2025 as the big RPG that calls to me, that takes me by the heart and says, this is an adventure. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all looking for, a great adventure. So to those of you who are out there having a great adventure in Dragon Age the Veilguard, I salute you, and I look forward to continuing our adventures together. I will be continuing my daily playthrough every morning, 8 or 9 a.m., even though we're tired. I gotta go get coffee now. And we're playing this all the way up until Stalker 2 drops on the 20th, so I'll see you guys in game here in a few hours. In the meantime, stay safe out there, be good to each other, and happy gaming.